online. Crew, Dax. My crew is gone. Tenno, you will do. Awaiting dry dock integration. Cephalon Psi. You will refer to me as such. The sentient threat has learned from past defeat. Reforming, rebuilding. We must rebuild to contain that threat. We will reconstruct an old war-era Sigma Series railjack. A railjack requires a viable command cephalon. I am not a viable command cephalon. I will identify a viable replacement. But first, recover the wreckage. Then, assembly. Return to your orbiter. Faint void drive traces in proximity. Locate and mark for recovery. School. Stay in close proximity while I scan it. Maintain defense. Hold position. Scan cannot continue until the area of operation is clear. On it. Scan interrupted. Drones down. Back to it. Confluence aggregator roasted. Something has nested in the fuel intakes. Astral frame integrity 87%. Components viable. Cephalon Ortis. Rendezvous with Tenno at extraction point.
Another job well executed.
Seen a railjack in some time. I remember. Orkin outer terminus positions have fallen to the sentient armada. Our orders: behead the fleet. My crew: Sukin, Crody, Izada. There are none finer. We are family. We will stop this war in its tracks. We are the Orkin Empire's best hope. We were. There is work to be done. This fuselage requires repair. Fuselage restoration complete. Propulsion section located. Earth's forests. Beware of hostiles. Contamination points to bleed out from railjack catalytic arc. Locate and assess. Propulsion systems, the most advanced ever produced. Scanning. Remain in proximity. Neutralize all hostiles. Perimeter breached. Scan interrupted. We do not have time for this. Perimeter breached. Clear them out to resume scan. Scan baffled by interference drones. Destroy them. Return to objective. Drones have established a dampening field. Eliminate them to resume scan. Back to work. Let us get this over. Scan interrupted. Maintain proximity to objective. Scan cannot continue until the area of operation is clear. Get on it. Orgone accumulator blown. Etheric condenser vaporized. Viable.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Void engines. Zada dances our ship through forward lines. Crody identifies and prioritizes targets. Sukin's turrets track and terminate. Our reputation is earned. Our objective, a Turaga-class worm ship. Zada plots an arc. We accelerate. Ancient history. The dead have no needs. The living require that propulsion system. Propulsion restoration complete. Void breach residue identified on Lua. Probable nacelle location. Recover if viable. Railjack nacelle nearby. Locate and assess. Interference. Interference drones. We have work to do. Boom. Drones down. Back to it. Perimeter breached. Scan interrupted. We do not have time for this. Interference drones detected. Scan interrupted. Return to objective. Scan baffled by interference drones. Destroy them.
It has developed immunity to your attacks. Try something different.
Back to work. Let us get this over with. Viable. Tagging for retrieval. Extract.
Another job well executed.
Zada plots a data-gathering lab around the worm ship. Sukin targets exposed launch orifices. Power redirects to the Tunguska capacitor. With a pull of the trigger, we will end this. The moment arrives. The moment arrives. Tenno, my precepts. I am not a viable command cephalon. I will continue my search. Continue repairs. Port side nacelle restored. She is coming together. Next site, Venus. Starboard nacelle located. You need this. in class. Scanning. Sights up. Safety's off. Interference drones. We have work to do. Drones down. Back to interference drones detected. Scan interrupted. Return to objective.
It has developed immunity to your attacks. Try something different.
Drones have established a dampening field. Eliminate them to resume scan. Back to work. Let us get this over with. Tangle fission tanks ruptured. Otherwise, fine. Cephalon Ordis has been signaled. Proceed to extraction.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Complete the mission. Preserve the crew. Tunguska capacitor charged. Sukin pulls the trigger. Nothing happens. Zada reports engines offline. Shields offline. Weapons offline. Personal lights flash on as the first missiles hit. I watch as Sukin, along with his gunnery chair, is sucked into the infinite. I watch as the port nacelle detonates. We are spinning. Zada calls for assistance. I am silent. Crody's attempts to save our engines proves fatal. I watch as he is engulfed in flame. Zada is alone at the helm. She beholds the distant flash of torpedo tubes. She says my name. The viewplate blossoms. She ceases to exist. Starboard nacelle reinforced. Soon, cognitive geometries will self-assemble. She will live. But not yet. Transferring tail section data to your orbiter. Availability of railjack tail section nearby. Clear out hostiles and mark for retrieval. Tail section intact. Drones have established a deafening field. Eliminate them to resume scan. Back to work. Let us get this over with. Scan baffled by interference drones. Destroy them.
It has developed immunity to your attacks. Try something different.
Boom. Drones down. Back to it. Interference drones detected. Scan interrupted. Return to objective. Dorsal stabilizers, salvageable. Cogitators, viable. Marking for recovery.
Another job well executed.
Railjack. Sigma Series. Top of the line. Crew. 4,890 confirmed kills. Complete the mission. Preserve the crew. 13 system-wide errors. There were no errors. There was only me following my orders. In her final moment, I think Zara knew that. Precepts. Complete the mission. Preserve the crew. To complete the mission, the crew must die. To preserve the crew is to fail the mission. The crew exists to complete the mission. Therefore, I completed the mission. Why was I given those orders? You require a viable command cephalon. You understand why I am non-viable. Replacement cephalon not yet located. A solution must exist. I will find it. Final component marked. Identified. Visual verification required. Move in. Have established a dampening field. Eliminate them to resume scan. Back to work. Let us get this over with. Perimeter reached. Clear them out to resume scan.
Sentient fighters can adapt to your attacks. Hit them with something else.
Interference drones detected. Scan interrupted. Return to objective. Interference drones. We have work to do. Drones down. Back to it. Structural integrity within required tolerances. Marking for recovery. Cephalon orders. Time for pickup.
Another job well executed.
Cephalons surveyed. None conform to tactical parameters. None possess necessary astrogation poetics. None Possess a comprehensive warfighting database. Viable cephalons, nil. Work crews report tools down. Railjack structure, complete. Structure reinforcement, complete. Systems restoration, complete. Your presence is required on the dry dock. Meditation. War is a lifetime scholarship. The enemy, no finer teacher.
Ready?
Crew. A color you have never seen. Imagine it. That is where you are. Responsibility for their deaths. Conclusion: I am non-viable. But I am the only Railjack-compatible cephalon. The sentients have almost rebuilt. Conclusion: I am, under the circumstances, a viable command cephalon. If you will have me. Understood. I will begin the process of integrating myself with the ship's systems. This may take some time. Commencing. You may now enter your Railjack. Meditation. The opposite of a small truth is a lie. The opposite of a great truth is another great truth.
Ready?
Paradox. You behold an absence. Describe it.
Something's out there, Kino. Watching us.
Attempting to perceive. Cognition algorithms fail to prove a negative. Something touches me. Impossible.